Greetings, fellow Whovians. I hope you're having an amazing week. Before I get to the main point of this video, I just wanted to let y'all know, in case you haven't heard the news, Doctor Who Series 10 has officially started filming. I think it started filming like last week or something like that, but yeah, so Series 10 officially starting filming. Yay! I've seen some videos of like they're filming the first episode of Series 10, and I've seen some videos of like Peter Capaldi, his new look for Series 10, and his hair is growing longer. And there was a video of Bill, the new companion, played by Pearl Mackie. And in one of the videos, she was wearing the outfit that she was wearing in the video that came out in like April or something like that, like the video that revealed her as the new companion. And also Matt Lucas from last year's Christmas special, the Husbands of River Song. He's in Series 10 for some reason, but it's like before he got beheaded or something like that in that episode. So yeah, I really don't know what the deal is with that, but it might be some like wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff that happens, so there you go. But yeah, I don't know if they filmed the Christmas special, this year's Christmas special. I think they might have, I'm not entirely sure, but who knows? So yeah, anyway, I'm really excited about this year's Christmas special and then Series 10. I don't think we're gonna get introduced to Bill in this year's Christmas special. Might happen in Series 10 premiere next year. So yeah, anyway, so that out of the way, let's get to the main point of this video. So when we left off, the Doctor and Stephen were in France, and it was the time of the massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve, and at the end of the episode, they got introduced to a new companion by the name of Dodo Chablet. And well, let's just say that she's not the brightest of companions, hence her name, Dodo. Anyway, let's take a look at Dodo's first adventure in the TARDIS with the Doctor and Stephen in the Ark. And no, not the Ark in space, just the Ark. Anyway, almost 10 million years in the future, the TARDIS materializes on a vast spacecraft, including its own miniature zoo and laboratorium. The first Doctor and Stephen Taylor are still explaining the basics of their time travel ability to new companion Dodo Chablet when she starts to show signs of a cold. It is only a matter of time before they are found and taken to the control chamber of the vessel. Their captors are the mutant monoids, seemingly identical alien beings with a single eye. The monoids live in peace alongside the humans who command the spaceship, their own planet having been destroyed, but often do much of the menial work. The humans in charge of the ship explain that the Earth is about to be destroyed because of the expansion of the sun, and that this ship is an ark sent into space for the last remnants of humanity, civilization, and various forms of flora and fauna. The human guardians in charge of the craft run a tight ship. Failure to conform to rules means either death or miniaturization until they reach their destination, an Earth-like planet called Refusius II, which takes nearly 700 years to get to. As an amusement during the journey, a vast statue is being carved by hand, depicting a human being. Oh, that's cool. Dodo's cold has now spread amongst the monoid human populations, but regrettably, they have little natural immunity. When the commander of the Ark collapses with a malady, the whole ship is placed on alert, as Zentos, the deputy commander, is suspicious of the travelers and believes they have deliberately infected the ship. When the first monoid dies, there is little the Doctor can say to pacify the angry guardians. Zentos places the Doctor, Stephen, and Dodo on trial for their crimes, with a young guardian called Maniac and the commander's daughter Milliam as defense. Stephen acts as the first defense witness, attacking the close nature of the minds of the guardians, but exhausts himself in the process and collapses with the fever. His words have no impact on Zentos, who orders their execution, but the alien commander intervenes to protect the three travelers and permit them access to medical equipment to devise a cure to the cold. The Doctor is able to recreate the cold vaccine from the membranes of animals on the craft, and this is administered throughout the crew. The commander, Stephen, and the others infected are soon on the road to recovery. The work is done. The trio will have only time to observe the end of the Earth on the long-range scanner before the Doctor leads them back to the TARDIS. Curiously, when the TARDIS rematerializes, they are still in the Ark. However, 700 years have passed and there has been a major change. The monoids the Monoids are in control. They have completed the statue in the image of themselves, having staged a coup during the long journey. This was made possible by genetic weakness introduced into the humans, but not the Monoids, by a second wave of the cold virus 700 years earlier. The Monoids also now have voice communicators and use numerical emblems to distinguish each other. The humans are now little more than slaves, with the odd exception like the collaborator subject Guardian Maharis, and have little hope of change. The Doctor and his friends encounter the Monoid leadership, install the throne room on the Ark, after which they are sent to the security kitchen to help prepare meals for the Monoids. Two humans, Manis and Dasik, believe the moment of their liberation is at hand. Stephen tries to help them in revolt, which is unsuccessful. The arrival of Fusius is close at hand and a landing pod is prepared. Monoid 1 wants to make sure that the new world is inhabited only by Monoids, despite promises that the human population will be allowed to live there too. A landing party is assembled, the Doctor, Dodo, Monoid 2, and a subject guardian named Yendom, and they soon reach Fusius 2 and start to investigate. A stately castle, which seems to be unoccupied, is in fact the home to the invisible Refusians, giant beings rendered invisible by solar flares. They welcome their guests and have been expecting them, but only want to share the planet with other peaceful beings. Monoid 2 and Yendom flee the castle, and Yendom realizes the humans will not be allowed to reach Refusius with the Monoids. Monoid 2 kills him and is shortly thereafter killed himself when the landing pod explodes. The tension of the situation foments dissent in the Monoid ranks, with the Monoid 4 openly opposing Monoid 1's plans to abandon the humans and colonize Refusius without more checks on the planet. 3 launchers are sent to the planet. Monoids 1 and 4 are commanding them. When the crew emerge, Monoid 4 interprets the destroyed landing pod as evidence of the danger that Monoid 1 has led them to. A civil war erupts between the two Monoid factions. The Doctor, Dodo, and Refusian use the confusion to steal one of the launchers and pilot back to the Ark. The Monoids have placed a bomb on board the ship and plan to evacuate soon to the planet's surface, leaving the humans to die on the spaceship. Rude. Word of this threat spreads and spurs a human rebellion. The arrival of the Doctor and the Refusians spur things along, and they soon realize the bomb has been placed in the head of the statue. Thankfully, the Refusian is able to help dispose of the statue into space before the bomb explodes. Humans now begin to land on Refusius themselves, having been offered support on peaceful terms by the Refusians. Many of the Monoids have been killed in their civil war, and those that remain are offered peaceful settlement alongside the two other species. Once more the TARDIS departs, and this time the curiosity is that the Doctor simply vanishes from the TARDIS control room. Yeah, now you see why Dodo definitely deserves a name. 'Cause, well, her brain is the size of a dodo's. Seriously. This is why the female companions in the modern show, well, this is why the later female companions on Doctor Who are more smarter than her. Anyway, let's look at the production of this element, shall we? Let's look at the production elements of this episode, shall we? In the Ark in space, the Earth was also evacuated because of solar flare activity that rendered the biosphere uninhabitable for 5,000 years. There, however, the survivors of mankind slept in suspended animation and returned to repopulate the planet after that period had passed. The Earth is seen trailing smoke as headed towards the sun at the close of episode 2. The Doctor estimates this date as 10 million. In the 2005 episode, The End of the World, the Earth is finally destroyed by the expanding sun around AD 5 billion. Series writer Paul Cornell opines that the fictional time war alluded to in the revived series Doctor Who rewrote some historical events, among them the destruction of Earth. The Monoids The Monoids also feature in the Bernice Summerfield audio drama The Kingdom of the Blind by Big Finish Productions. Although Leslie Scott is credited as a co-writer, she does not appear to have done any actual work on the scripts. Her then-husband, Paul Erickson, requested that she be given a credit, but her name appears on no other related documents. Leslie Scott was credited as a contributor to the Doctor Who annuals published by World Distributors / World International, but it is not clear whether this is the same person. The Monoids were played by actors, each holding a ping-pong ball in his mouth to represent the alien's single eye. The upper portion of the actor's face was hidden by a wig. Roy Spencer later played Frank Harrison Free from The Deep. Terrence Baylor later played Major Barrington in the War Games. Australian actor Bill Hunter played one of the Guardians, played one of the Guardians, however, remained uncredited. Richard Beale provided the disembodied voice of the Invisible Refusian, later played Bat Masterson in The Gunfighters. Well, yeah, so, Dodo's very first episode, traveling with the Doctor and Steven. Not a good one at all, and trust me, her stupidity keeps on getting worse and worse, and trust me, we'll see more of that next week when we look at the Celestial Toymaker. So, overall, I give this story, let's say, 1 sonic screwdriver out of 5. So, until next week when we meet the Celestial Toymaker, this is Hoovy and Queen saying, "Oh my Gideons, when I say run, run! Averse polarity of the neutron flow. Would you like a jelly, baby? Fantastic! Allons-y! Geronimo!" Bow ties are cool, fezzes are cool, and Stetsons are cool.